Interested in your take. Texas, Ohio State. The line keeps getting closer and closer to a pick 'em. What's your breakdown on this game?
Yeah, let's talk about the Buckeyes and the Longhorns. Heck of a matchup on opening day, as anticipated as any top five matchup, as you'll see on the first day of the season. And of course, right now, looking at the Odds Logic live odds screen, right, you can get Texas plus 1.5. You can get Ohio State plus 1.5. Let's call it pick 'em. And this, of course, is one of the biggest advantages you have as a bettor, the ability to bet this game over here and that game over there and get every half point, whichever side you like in this game. You should be able to get at least a plus one, all right, because they're available right now. And of course, the total has been bet all the way down to 47, sucking a lot of the value out of that total. We've seen nothing but under money. We've seen Longhorns money and under money basically all summer long. The under money's come in early and often and steadily. The Longhorns money has been more recent. When we look at what's happened already, and it's important to pay attention to what's happened already in college football. I know that is a small sample size, but it's certainly going to give us a good example. People talk about, in first week one. Well, this is FCS games in week one. I'm not counting extra board or added board, yada, yada. But, or FBS, I should say. 7-1 to the under in 8 games last night. 3-1 to the under in 4 games last Saturday. The two overs, Western Kentucky and Sam Houston, 1 score, barely got there. And then Rutgers, Ohio last night, the Scarlet Knights defense was not good in that ball game. They did not play well. And that was the only game that was the only game so far this season in college football where it is comfortable. We saw the comfortable over. All right. Now, look, so my point is this. Defenses tend to be ahead of offenses in week one. And we're talking about 2 really, really good defenses. Now, there are some questions in that regard. You know, how good is the Texas, the Ohio State defensive line? You're splitting hairs. The linebackers elite. Their secondary is elite. The defensive line will be just fine. Just because these aren't proven guys yet, they will be by the end of the year. And certainly we talk about Ohio State, 22 straight home wins, one of the longest streaks in the Big Ten. We saw a bunch of lesser teams in the Big Ten struggle to cover numbers last night. I just whined about Wisconsin. But as well as they played defensively, the quarterback hurt, the offense did not live up to expectations. Rutgers had a great offensive showing. The defense didn't show up. But Big Ten, there's not like this huge bandwagon betting Big Ten teams went 0-4 ATS yesterday. The hype here is obviously Arch Manning. Why do we know about Arch Manning? Because of his last name, because of his dad, because of his grandpa, not because he's done anything. That's the point. All right. And when you have a first-year starter making his first career start on the road in the Horseshoe against an elite defense, what do you expect? What I expect a relatively conservative game plan, especially because there's questions about that Texas offensive line. There really is. I'm not sure he's going to have a ton. They're going to ask me what's the biggest question mark in this game. Be the Texas OL. I would not be surprised if Ohio State blows them up at the line of scrimmage. On the other side of the equation, you have Julian Sain, who has none of the hype of Arch Manning, but he could have all the talent. But certainly, when we talk about the game plan here, what do we expect from these coaches? And of course, new coordinator for Ohio State. Chip Kelly's now in the NFL. There's some concerns about Matt Patricia as a defense coordinator, but certainly on the offense side of the football, you're changing schemes, you're changing terminology. There's questions there with 2 QBs that have nothing in terms of experience so far. So I understand this total's already been bet down. The best of the number is gone. But right now, at current numbers, that's still the bet I'd make. The play here is the total, not the side. Where do the points come from? I will not underestimate these 2 defenses. I will not underestimate how conservative I expect the game plans to be, especially early. No, if I'm playing, I'll look at the under, first half and full game. So locked and loaded for tonight, college football. We're locked and loaded for tomorrow, college football. Obviously, NFL's already posted for week 1, 30-11, with my week 1 NFL plays over the last 10 years. So we're expecting success. Frustrated about last night, not freaking out about it, frustrated. See if we get it back over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. Check out the homepage, wt.buzz/TC. Ton of free plays up there. We got free play action in college football for today, for tomorrow, MLB. I mean, plenty of free plays, plenty of free content at wagertalk.com. And visit my page, wt.buzz/TC.